old Sefton Hill, and was it Jamie Walker creating a new studio, 100 Star Games, right? Don't know what they're working on as of yet, but so Sefton Hill left Rocksteady. We all know why, right? And it's starting to show now with the release of a certain game coming on the horizon, old Suicide Squad. So yeah, I'm excited to see what they work on.
You know, I think they're gonna work on an original IP, bro. I think their experience working with DC has sullied them. Because obviously, look, let's not even mince words, right? They left for a damn good reason, right? Either for management
they saw the
issues.
direction fucking what's it called was going in, and they were like, yeah, we're out of here. What is it?
Right.
What is the game called again?
Well, they left because the Suicide Squad killed the Justice League. They wanted to force microtransactions and what is it, live game service elements into the game, right?
Yeah, it could have been anything. But whatever their vision was for that game clearly didn't line up with what it is.
With
so
the executives.
They were gone.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it wasn't just this game. There was probably a whole bunch of other shit that went on.
I mean, yeah, let's be real. Yeah. This game probably went through development hell for a very long time. Because what was the last Arkham Knight, right? So since Arkham Knight, they didn't release anything in between Arkham Knight and Suicide Squad, right? So when did Arkham Knight release?
I don't remember, did they? Arkham Knight was a PS4 game, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a PS4 game.
Yes.
It was released in 2015.
It's so crazy how good that game still looks today, man. That game was a fucking beast.
You know, they still use it for graphic comparisons in regard to certain things that they did, like water physics and appearance and fog and rain.
It was ridiculous.
Like the rain graphics that they use. Like Digital Foundry, they go back to that all the time because it's like they were able to do this on PS4, not PS4 Pro, PS4.
Yeah, that shit was unbelievable.
Yeah, and it moved like a great frame rate and all that. I think it was 30 at
no,
first.
It didn't.
Wait, it didn't?
It didn't, but yeah, it was fine. It was fine.
By the time I played the game
on the console, it was fine.
It was fine, but definitely.
And it was one of the worst PC release ports when it first dropped on PC. Yeah. But they worked on it.
Port of all time.
It's serviceable and playable now. You can play it, and it's good.
That was the worst.
So when you think of a game that has longer than a 4-year development cycle in between releases, that usually like Suicide Squad must have entered like development hell, or they were gonna make another game and then midway
that's
through,
what I think it is.
They were like,
I don't think this game was in development hell. I think they were working on something, or there was an idea pitched and WB was like, you know what? We want live service. This is the look. Everyone's making these co-op, whatever fucking type games. Y'all know I hate this fucking type of game, and they just like
looter shooters.
WB was like, yeah, I fucking no. Let me not say looter shooters because there are looter shooters that I like. I just don't like these generic looking ones. This is an example of why I don't like them most of the time. Like generic ass. The game feels so bland. It's ugly as hell. Let's be real. Like, the only thing selling it is the IP, right? That's literally it. If it was any other type of game, this game no one would give a fuck. I honestly don't even think anyone gives a fuck anyway. But like this game, probably they just pitched this shit 3-4 years ago or some shit, and they were like, "Yeah, bro, this is what you guys are doing," and then everyone that was with it was out. Like,
well, remember, also in between this time, also 2 Suicide Squad movies came out.
That is true, and they probably saw that shit and they were like, "Oh, well, scrap whatever you're doing. Here you go. This is what you're working on."
Well, yeah, because they thought it was going to go in a certain direction and whatever. So anyway, for whatever reason, they were like, Sefton had enough. Obviously, it was affecting his mental health, and he was just like, "Cash me out. I'm out." And so him and another buddy made this. So I honestly think they don't want to deal with people anymore. Like if you go and you make your own studio, that's a statement. That's saying, I'm tired of being bossed around by fucking idiots. Let's make original IP. I think they're going to work on an original IP or pitch something.
Yeah, that means
to another. Yeah.
Let's do something that we actually want to do now.
Yeah.
As opposed to what our publishers want us to do. But who knows? Hopefully it's whatever they make is good. Make it fucking, stamp out a lane. Because it doesn't always work out when devs branch off and make their own studios and they make a flop and you never hear from them again. So
right?
I think it's so sad though, because you have someone here who led Rocksteady Studios and changed the entire complexion of superhero games for a generation of consoles, right?
Yep.
Arkham Asylum came out and everyone was like, whoa, this is actually a good Batman game.
Yeah, I couldn't
and
believe it when I played that game. I couldn't believe it.
And
I couldn't wait. I was
they
actually fiending for that game.
influenced a generation of games with their combat system. You play Spider-Man now, what does it feel like when you play it? Arkham. The combat feels just like Arkham, right? Like, so they set a standard. They set a new standard for superhero games in Arkham Asylum, and then even more so, it just blew it out of the water with Arkham City, and then Arkham Knight came out. Not everybody's favorite, but it's still, if you look at it visually and
It's solid.
gameplay wise,
Look,
it
fact
is
that Arkham
one
City
of the best
exists
games. Yeah,
is enough for them. Like, their pedigree is like
Yeah.
whatever, bro. Arkham
And-
City is like one of the fucking best games of that generation, bro.
And to
Like-
get to my point, like, it's like, that's why I say it's so sad. It's like you've been working with this studio and letting them do that for you over the years, that now you want to butt in and think that you know better because you want to squeeze more profit out of what they're making for you.
Yeah,
let this
just let
man
him
do what
cook.
he wants. Let him cook,
Let him
bro. He's earned the
Bro,
right to cook.
I agree. I agree. You're right.
That's what's
But-
sad about it. Like,
but,
this man
like-
had to quit because they just too many
gave him
cooks
no
in the
choice.
kitchen, right? Like,
It's
they
just
didn't let him
crazy
cook.
how this is always the case. The
Yeah.
publisher step in, and then the game suffers because of it. Like,
Didn't they say that about Bobby Kotick? They started coming out and saying like how many projects he's ruined with his input.
yeah, yep. I'm sure
Oh.
that's the case for literally every single one of these devs. Like, especially at Ubisoft. Like, imagine Ubisoft devs, bro.
No,
Like-
my God.
Oh man, there's like a template that Ubisoft games have to follow, or else you're gonna get no game for you. Like, they have to follow the same template, same UI design, same map, same everything. You gotta have all these collectibles. That's the template. You don't want to follow it? All right, go make another game at another studio somewhere. Like, I don't know. It's these publishers, bro. Like, these publishers be ruining the game. They want to fucking add all these microtransactions. They want to add battle passes. They want to add all this bullshit. And then it's like, oh, wait, our game flopped. Maybe we shouldn't do that. No shit, dumbass. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
but WD has literally no excuse because this is literally the fucking 12th, 15th title they tried this on.
Well,
And it
WB has also been fucking up a lot lately.
Everywhere. Movies,
And
blah, blah, blah. They're
every game
nearly
you do this
bankrupt.
for, I feel like every game you do this for, right, is always gonna have. It's probably gonna make some type of money.
Yeah.
I hope this game does not, but it will. Like,
I don't know. I think word of mouth. It's gonna be an interesting launch that I'm gonna be paying attention to. I
People are gonna wait and
you,
see. I
am
think people are definitely on the
Yeah.
wait and see.
I am not pre-ordering this game. I am not buying it on release. I am potentially waiting for a sale before I even consider touching this game. But until that happens, I'm going to be watching gameplay, not really like looking at reviews, but kind of like seeing how the game is. Is it a good game or not, right? But ultimately, all right, like, people need to speak like that more. Speak with your wallet. Don't pre-order games. Don't do that. People are still going to buy this game in droves just because of this,
I've never
the
been less
property.
interested in the game in my life.
Yeah, people are going to buy this in droves because it's a Suicide Squad. People are going to buy it because it's Rocksteady and they don't know what's going on behind the scenes.
People
They
are
don't
gonna
know
buy
that
it because
Sefton Hill
there's
left.
YouTubers literally
Yep.
saying, "Oh my God, you should buy this game. It's not as bad as you think."
Yeah,
Shut the fuck
shills,
up. How much they
the
pay you?
shills have came out because they've been supported by.
They want a free copy and
Yep.
fucking sponsorship. Get the fuck out of here, man. The game looks like shit. No matter how much you like Suicide Squad, I like Suicide Squad. I like her. I love Harley. I was like, oh shit, this is great. There's Harley Quinn. I get to play as a... No, this game looks like shit. Sorry. I played the beta. Oh shit. I didn't play anything.
No, you can say it. You can say it. NDA is lifted for those who played the alpha. So if
It
you
is?
played the alpha, you can say it. Yeah.
Whatever.
It's lifted.
I
Oh,
played
wait,
the alpha
for sure? You
literally
for sure?
2 hours.
I'm pretty
Look,
sure.
I don't care. Look, I don't give a
Pretty
fuck.
People
sure.
started posting gameplay footage of
Yeah,
it.
I don't
with
even care at this point.
The
The game
watermarks.
is shit. Played the game for 2 hours and deleted that shit. I was like, well, thanks for the free code. Like, it was shit. Like,
I mean, Yeah, I mean, let's see. I
Give me
mean,
shit.
let's see what word of mouth, if word of mouth affects it. I know there's gonna be
It's
people
not.
that support it in
Word of
droves,
mouth
and there's
only
gonna
affects
be
people that are in the echo chamber of the fucking internet.
yeah.
Not the people that are gonna go into the store and see, oh, Suicide Squad game, cool, and then buy it, which is a lot of fucking people.
Yeah. And it's very unfortunate because this is the type of thing that enables
But
or
I think people
continues
keep
to
doing
enable
it.
WB to do it, right?
Like,
I mean,
It's not
I mean,
even
look,
just WB. Everyone does it.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, I don't understand. But whatever. It's not for me to
Yeah.
understand. The money's not flying around my head, right? So whatever.
I kind of want to play
man.
it just so I could shit on it,
Fuck no.
but I don't
Play
want to
something
put
else.
myself
I
through that.
mean-
Yeah, I'd rather spend my money better in better
I mean, to
places.
be honest, I think I'm gonna wait for a sale, and if it's really cheap,
Yep.
I'll play it because the story was intriguing for me.
Yeah, I'll watch the
So
video.
I'll play it for the video, or whatever. But I'm not gonna like it's not something that I'm planning to play like beyond just beating the initial story. Like, I'm
What
just
the
not gonna do
fuck?
that.
And then you come out right now, and all the other good shit is coming out. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, that's true too. Like,
The
there's just so
fuck
much
outta here.
competition. Wait,
It's
isn't it dropping when Dragon's Dogma is dropping? When's it dropping?
No, it drops in
it's dropping
February.
next week.
Drops in a couple of
Motherfucker,
weeks.
That shit drops January 30th.
No,
Oh,
it drops. I think September 2nd.
September 2nd, huh?
September.
I'm sorry, not September. Sorry, February 2nd. My bad. I don't know. I looked at something. I think
2nd,
February
early
2nd.
access. They're January 30th. But basically,
January
yeah,
30th
February
is their
2nd.
early access. Yeah, so
Like-
February 2nd is the release date.
You're dropping the same day as Grand Blue, Persona, obviously different audience, but
Yeah.
it's still shit that you have to like. If you look at the games, look at all these games, put them all together, and just look at the odd one out. Like, oh,
And
man,
it's so
whatever.
sad to say that those games are just not going to touch Suicide Squad in sales. It's so fucking sad.
I don't know about that.
Nah.
I don't know.
I-
Well, those two in particular.
Well,
yeah.
Grand
Those two-
Blue is pretty huge, right?
Those two
Everyone
in
else?
particular,
but-
yeah.
Persona, it's not supposed to. It's a remake of a game that, like, it's a JRPG. Like, of course, it's not going to sell anyone, but that doesn't matter. This game is not going to sell what they want it to sell.
No,
That's what matters.
Definitely not.
Like, it's just I'm just holding them. I'm just looking at like comparatively, like this game does not look anywhere near as good as any of the other of the games that are coming out in the next 2-3 months, which is crazy to me. Like, because I would have just been like, yeah, we need to delay this shit more. The fuck? I would have not put this game out. But whatever.
Yeah,
I'm not the
it's-
publisher. Obviously, you got to put the game out and get your money.
They're going to be forced to pump it out now. Let's see. Maybe it'll be a broken mess on release, right?
Maybe.
Maybe there's gonna be some like funny bugs and clips and
maybe
memes
this
and
shit
stuff.
gonna be fucking stupid.
We'll see. It's gonna be interesting.
Watch it just be
it's-
magically godlike. It won't be, but that'd be hilarious if it was.
I'd be happy. I'd actually be
Yeah.
happy
I'd be
if,
pleasantly
if
surprised.
we were wrong and it ends up being
Yeah, I always want to be wrong. I don't want a game to
Yeah.
be shit.
Of
It just so
course.
happens that it just looks like shit. Like, can't sugarcoat it, right?
absolutely. I would hate for it to be a bad game. I would love for it to be a good game, but the way it's looking right now, it's not looking too good. You know what
Yeah,
else is
the fact
looking
that
too
you-
good? No, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the fact that the soul of Rocksteady Games, because Sefton Hill, like to be honest, 10, 15 years from now, I could see him as being like someone we give an award to or whatever, like Sefton Hill, because I know his name. First of all, I don't remember anyone's name who I don't like feel
It's
like
an interesting point, actually.
contributed to the success of that shit. So like you know. But yeah, man, but when the soul of your company leaves, it's like oof, you know. But yeah, I mean, you know, hopefully whatever game they have planned, you know, they're able to do what they want, and hopefully it's a success. So we'll be keeping track, and you know, we hear anything, we'll report back.
How do
Yeah.
you stupid motherfuckers look at Spider-Man? Look at Insomniac. Look at like all these other motherfuckers that are making these games that are amazing, that are literally inspired by the games you made. Like, and then WB just lets them do this, makes them do this. Anyway, moving on. I don't understand. Like, you inspired a literal fucking. Anyway, wow. That's mind blowing to me. Like decision making at its finest, I guess. I really do want to be sitting in these boardrooms, man, and just listening to the conversation. I really do. Like, 'cause I don't understand.
I just wonder what happens to those, because there's got to be somebody sitting there going, I don't think that's a great idea. And I wonder what happens to those people. I would love to see.
They get fired.
They get fucking shut off. Like, then wasn't there when the Bobby Kotick shit came out, there was hella people that like tried to go against what he said, and then they would have like letters on their desk the next day or some shit like that, like threatening them. Like, what the fuck? That's just the shit that be happening. Like, can't go against the fucking grain, bro. Like, unless you making them millions of dollars, which is the funny part.
But he was.
They did.
They were. That's why it doesn't make sense. Like,
it's so disappointing,
going
bruh.
so well.
That shit is so disappointing. Whatever. The more I think about it, the more annoying it is. Because I'm thinking about how much I loved Arkham City, how much I loved like Spider-Man, the games that were like inspired by that combat system. Like, what was the other game? Like
Shadow
even
Mordor?
the Shadow of Mordor was inspired by that shit. Like, there was a lot of cool games that were inspired by that. And not even just the combat. I'm talking about like how, Spider-Man got all the gadgets and all that shit now. The fucking the areas where you gotta like sneak around, the stealth mechanics, all that shit. Like, come on, man. We know where they got that from.
Wasn't Sleeping Dogs also inspired by the combat? And Sleeping Dogs?
Kind of.
And you want to know what's even worse? The thing about it, that this is Kevin Conroy's last iconic role.
That makes it
as
even
Batman.
worse.
You know what I mean?
Excellent.
And then
End of an era.
I've heard some spoilers
Right.
too. Like, let's hope that the story. Let's just hope that the story kind of like does something
let's just hope.
with it.
Let's just hope. Period.
Because I've heard some spoilers where it's like, if that's the case too, it's not looking good for this game. Let's just put it that way. There's a lot of people who are just not going to be
I want Grand Blue.
happy with this. But yeah, like it's just interesting to me. Like, it's like, yeah, you have someone who's known, right? Like, how often are devs or like the lead dev known, right? Like, you garner such a good name. Like, people know Sefton Hill. People know, like,
because not only did he make a good game, he made a good game, a licensed good game in an era where we were getting just licensed crap. Literally, every time a new movie came out, we were getting a licensed game and it was trash. Every single time. Iron Man movie, Iron Man game. Thor movie, I don't even know if there was a Thor game. It probably was a licensed Thor game.
Like,
I'm sure there was some type of Thor
there was a
game
Captain
somewhere.
America one. There was a Captain
Actually,
America.
no.
That one was
there
actually
was a
good.
Thor game.
Yeah,
Thor God of Thunder.
Yeah, there was a game for every single one of them. And they were all fucking trash.
What?
The Captain America one wasn't bad, actually.
Yeah,
it was it was mid. It wasn't terrible.
It was
though.
mid. Yeah, it was mid. But
It was a
The
game
Iron
of all
Man
time.
one. The Iron Man one was definitely bad.
game.
Yo,
Definitely.
you know what game I wanted to play? The fucking Punisher PS2 game. I never played that game.
That game's
There
good,
was a
actually.
game for all of, bro. Listen, this is the shit I'm talking about. This is the cash grab shit, and it's just about licensed games have that bad like stigma. We got Thor, God of Thunder, Thor, The Dark World, Thor, Son of. We got games for literally every fucking movie.
Yeah.
Iron Man, literally every fucking movie.
Yeah,
was had a
when the
layer.
MCU started, they
is how it was.
started pumping
Even
those
before
games
that,
out.
Even before that, this is how it always
Like,
is. Every time a movie comes
is it
out,
mobile
there's always
or-
a licensed game.
The
They were
Wolverine,
on a console
Wolverine,
and mobile, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
but
Wolverine
either
games
way,
weren't bad though
like-
either.
No, but the Wolverine. Okay, that one game was
Spider-Man
based off
2.
of the movie.
Two of them. There's two Wolverine
Spider-Man 2
games.
is very expensive.
Wasn't
200
one of them?
packets.
There's
was
one
it-
for PS3 and one for PS2. The one for
Yes.
PS2
The
was the
PS2 was
X-Men
based
2,
off the movie?
X2. Yep.
Okay.
Well, loosely. It was like a
Okay.
Wolverine story.
That's different. I'm talking about literal licensed games. This is what licensed games always did.
Yeah.
A movie would come out, then you'd have the licensed game that would be a cash grab. For, you were hype? You saw the movie? Buy the game. And the only
Spider-Man
time
2?
that worked was Spider-Man 2. Yeah. Like,
Oh,
so it's just crazy. But you know what makes me why I'm interested in this, because it leaked that Insomniac's working on their own like multiplayer type game, right? So I'm wondering what they're gonna do and how they're gonna just shit all over this game.
I mean, wasn't
Like-
it? Wait, should we talk about that? Wait, can I? You want? I don't want to spoil it
Oh,
if you guys didn't see it.
oh,
Well,
the
what?
leaks.
I mean, did you see it? Did you see the? I don't want to. I don't.
I remember
The
seeing the
Insomniac
leak
leaks?
list, but I don't remember what the
Yeah, yeah,
multiplayer
yeah.
game was.
This
I
is
mean,
a
I
video
could-
game podcast. We're gonna talk about shit like that.
Yeah.
If you don't know about it, well, you're finding out right now.
We already talked
Like,
about it. I think we just didn't really go
yeah,
into
no.
depth on what
Isn't
was
the
leaked.
multiplayer game X-Men? That's the multiplayer game. It's X-Men.
I thought it was a Spider-Verse
sure.
game.
Well, that too, but
I don't know if the
there's definitely-
Spider-Verse game
We don't
is
know which one is the
Spider-Man
multiplayer
3
game.
though.
Do we know which one specifically is the multiplayer
No, I
game?
have no
It might be.
idea.
It makes more sense for it to be the X-Men game. Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how that's
Well,
gonna just
because
shit all
look,
over.
well, because they're gonna do Wolverine, and then it's gonna lead into X-Men. That makes sense.
We're not gonna see that shit for
I
at
do
least
not want
10
that.
years though.
Please,
That sucks.
no. I don't. No. God, don't put that in my fucking head, bro.
Bro, we're not gonna
I
see it
don't-
for
I
like
do
10
not
years
want
though.
that, man.
Bro, I mean that X-Men game is not coming out to 2030
But
apparently.
I
Yeah.
don't want that shit. I don't want no multiplayer fucking. Man, just give me a nice ass like. Don't get me wrong. X-Men Legends and Marvel Ultimate Alliance shit like that were cool, but they have to if they're gonna do some shit like that, like in a AAA type of game, like it has to be done well. I don't want no fucking 4-player
of
co-op fucking X-Men game,
No,
bro.
listen,
Like-
of course, but like X-Men, like if you were out of any of the Marvel IPs, you were gonna make a multi-game
Yeah,
player
it would
game out
definitely
of.
be that. Or
It
an
would
Avengers
definitely
game,
be
which they already
X-Men.
did. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Which we're gonna talk about. But at least it's
Please,
Insomniac
no.
making the game and not, you
please
know.
be good, man.
Tell you what, on the
I'm so
surface,
tired of these games.
if there's a 4-player co-op X-Men game where you're running around as either
definitely playing.
Wolverine, Cyclops, Storm,
I'm good.
Beast,
Nightcrawler.
Yeah, if it's good.
I'd
yeah.
play that infinitely over the
if
Suicide
it's good.
Squad game. If it's good, yeah.
It can very easily be bad, but it's Insomniac, right? That's the only reason why. But this is fucking Rocksteady, right? Even though we found out that the
Yeah,
motherfuckers left or
true.
whatever, but this is Rocksteady. So I don't know. I feel like Insomniac has more
Well-
respect for the shit that they're doing than
Well,
whatever
not
the
only
fuck
that,
happened
I
here.
feel like Sony's giving Insomniac a little bit more of the reins.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Of course. Yeah.
Because like if they were gonna do something drastic, they would have done it already by now. This is
Bro, I
like
don't
literally
know.
like
So-
the third
Sony's
game.
only cracking the whip for them to work on the games, not necessarily guide
Oh, psh.
to the process, right?
Whereas WB is just completely taking over
They're
the
just
process,
WB is
completely
shit.
creative
involved
direction.
and sticking their nose in
I
fucking
do
everything.
not want that game to be fucking.
Bro, it's gonna happen. I don't know what to tell you.
I do hope this game's good though.
But just give me Storm and then let me just zap motherfuckers and.
Okay,
and-
okay, yes. No,
Then
you're
whatever.
right. But
That's
I'm just
whatever.
saying. But I'm saying there'll never be a fucking Storm solo game. I'm just.
No,
letting you
I'm
know
not.
right
I'm
now.
not saying that. I'm just saying like just let the game be
Well,
good.
we
That's
still
all I
got
care
that
about, bro.
Captain America Black Panther game coming out too, right? Like, and that's supposed to have Storm cameo in somehow. I think maybe.
I
potentially.
mean,
Who
yeah,
knows?
because they're married. But yeah, but you're
Who's
not
doing
gonna
those
play
games?
Storm.
Oh,
Good
good
question.
point. I forgot.
Until I know who's doing them, I don't care. Like I'm sorry. Like it's at that point. The industry's at that point where if I don't know who's making the game, I'm not hype yet. I'm good.
Skydance,
Who the fuck is-
I've heard
Skydance,
that before.
new media.
Skydance
What
was a
have they
movie.
done?
Fucking.
Yeah, what
Is
is
this
it?
Skydance like
Skydance
movies?
production, Santa Monica, California.
It's
Let's
Skydance is
see.
movies, right? So they got their own like gaming shit now.
Well, new media is the video games division of Skydance, from what it looks like, and it is led by Amy Hennig.
Oh shit.
So
Oh,
that's a positive.
Okay, yeah, that's positive.
Announced that Lucasfilm Games will collaborate with Star Wars. What else we got?
I'm assuming this studio is. I mean,
Oh no,
not-
it's not gonna have Storm. It's set in World War II.
I'm assuming this is relatively new.
Oh, World War II Captain
Yeah,
America. Wait, but how does Black?
'Cause, his
it'll
father.
it'll be a completely different.
It's not- it's
I
not
see.
T'Challa, it's
Okay,
T'Chaka.
Yeah, this is interesting.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Hey man,
Wolverine could cameo.
I mean, to be fair, Captain America and Black Panther have the same kind of acrobatics and shit like that, so I could see them both working towards like a game.
It'd be like a
that.
two-player
damn,
co-op.
I'm
But I
not
think
gonna
that's.
lie.
I think
They
isn't
got
that
the
a
perfect
4-player
person for it too, because he's not a stranger to fucking action games with good stories. Like, motherfucker, what was it? Legacy of Kain?
Yeah.
No,
Soul Reaver?
I
He did
definitely
Uncharted
need to
2.
replay those games. Yeah. Oh, Uncharted 2? Damn, Uncharted 2 was solid.
Well, I think she's the creative director, right? Story, I think. I don't think she had anything to do with the gameplay,
Yeah.
but yeah.
No, she's just the writer.
But she was for Soul Reaver and Legacy of Kain, I think she was more hands-on with that. But hey, It's not a bad look. I'll take it. Just show me the game. Let it look good. Just anytime I hear multiplayer co-op this, I just get like this. Oh no, I don't want it.
You know, like you get like that. I don't, but I do. I am very specific on how is very important to me.
Like, get the fuck out of here.
It's funny. All right, so check this out. So Julian Beek is the co-president of New Media Division, right? The video game division. He is a 30-year vet in interactive entertainment, right? He's currently co-president. So he's worked on he worked in production at EA and worked on franchises including Battlefield, Need for Speed, and Star Wars. And before that, he worked at United Front Games, Radical Entertainment, and Disney Interactive on many properties including Little Big Planet, Scarface, Crime Scene Investigation, Winnie the Pooh, Mickey Mouse, The Lion King, and Toy Story. Comes full circle.
Garbage. Actual garbage. That Scarface game though was actually godlike. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was not as bad as
that shit was fire.
So they got some people leading the team with some pedigree, it seems. So
That's a crazy that's a crazy little.
So this game has this Captain America game has a potential, but the only thing we've seen about it is again like a short little trailer, splash screen, Captain America, Black Panther,
basically
right?
Nothing. Basically,
we haven't
basically
seen anything. We
Basically
probably won't see anything for another at least I think maybe 2 years. We'll see gameplay. It's being generous, I guess.
Aren't they still
80 years?
Isn't her shit still working on that Star Wars?
Yeah.
Star Wars
that's what I was gonna bring
Outlaws.
up,
Yeah. That's another game.
I think depending how that game pans out is how I'm gonna feel about that Captain America game.
Yeah.
Because
isn't that a
that would be
Ubisoft
the
game?
team's first.
The Outlaws is a Ubisoft game.
All right. Okay. Hold on though. Not that I'm defending Ubisoft, but
they've been hitting lately.
No, all I'm
two
saying
for two
is
for right now.
I'm not saying anything about Ubisoft. I'm just saying, it's Amy Hennig, but it's still under Ubisoft, right? So this is the same thing as like.
I think it's a different. Isn't Amy Hennig under isn't she?
I don't think
working on a different Star Wars games. Hold on,
I don't think
Star Wars Outlaws is a different title. I don't think she's involved in that one. She was supposed to be involved with another title that got canceled, right?
Yeah, she was like, I think it was the EA Star Wars game or something like that when they had the license, right? I don't remember. I don't know. We have no idea. All we can do is speculate on shit like that. But I just feel like
Massive Entertainment is working on Star Wars Outlaws
game.
Yeah.
That shit has to be good. If that game's not good, I'm gonna be so fucking disappointed, bro. That game has to be good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if that game is not good, then I'm kind of paranoid.
But like you said, I'm not gonna lie. Ubisoft this year kind of surprised me.
I'm giving credit where credit's due.
Last year, the past few months, let me say. Because Assassin's Creed Mirage was actually decent. It was a nice return to form, right? It was pretty good. I didn't finish it, but I played enough of it to know that it's way better than the past 3 Assassin's Creed games. Prince of Persia, obviously, right? And Avatar, right? So
that's 3 for 3 right now.
Yeah, so we'll see.
And they've been kind of quiet. They haven't even really been flying, except for that one dude who's like, did you guys read that bullshit where it was like, yeah, gamers need to get more comfortable with like not owning their games or some BS like that.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. I mean,
which aside from that, that's just one comment.
Though.
I mean, yeah, we're not gonna get into that, but it's like, you know, but other than that, they've been for the most part really quiet and just releasing games, and it's totally working for them. Like,
yeah, especially but you should that's how you should live life. Just be quiet and let your work speak for itself.
No, I agree.
Like, damn.
I think you just kind of like, you let games drop, shadow drop them, you hype them up. That's it. That's all you need to do.
I'll tell you this. I was interested in the Prince of Persia game the first time I saw it, but I was not expecting it to be as good as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like, I really wasn't. And I'm hoping that this kind of makes them realize that, first of all, I love Assassin's Creed. I'm not going to shit on it, right? But I was the Prince of Persia guy way before that, obviously. Like, I want Prince of Persia back. I could give two fucks about Assassin's Creed. Sorry, I know there's millions of fans of Assassin's Creed out there, but Prince of Persia was the shit to me. Like,
Assassin's Creed started off as like some kind of Prince of Persia project,
yeah, it was supposed to be, yeah.
right? Like the initial one.
That's why the first game, like, even Assassin's Creed 2 had like the tombs and shit. You could explore, do all that crazy shit, just like the Prince of Persia games had all the puzzles and stuff, and then they just went away from all that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like, I want Prince of Persia back, man. As a full like AAA game. I like. Don't get me wrong, the 2D side scrolling kind of harkens back to the original Prince of Persia stuff, right? But I want my like Prince of Persia Sands of Time and all the other shit. I want shit like that again.
It could
Well, if
revitalize
this game
the
sells
franchise,
well,
yeah.
I mean, it only
Yeah, we'll
helps the
see.
chances of that happening.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hey, if it shows any hint of making money, I'm sure Ubisoft will put
Shit,
something
they can
behind
just keep
it.
making games like this with the 2D side scrolling. If it's as good as this shit, as fun as it is, bro, the combat in this game is crazy. Like, what? That's the one thing I didn't expect. Is the combat
Yeah.
is actually ridiculous. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck?
Bro, the first time I played that game, that dude with the giant axe fucking whooped my ass. 'cause it
Oh
was not ready.
man, I was
And
like,
I was
yo,
like,
the
hey, yo, I
shooting in
didn't-
this game.
Yo, he was moving
Took a
quicker
shit
than I
right
thought
now.
he was. I was like, bro, I got cooked. And then I was like,
Like,
oh,
what
no,
the
no.
fuck?
But, yeah, what's next, Freak?